On the verge of death, I made my way to the car window. I carefully tapped on the glass to test the situation. Just when I thought it was safe outside, I reached my hand out, but the moment I opened it, a massive amount of mud instantly poured in. I frantically shut the window, barely escaping being buried alive, shaking the mud off my hands. I tried to figure out my next move. That's when the sunroof suddenly started cracking. In a panic, I grabbed the tape. Without thinking twice, I plastered it all over, but the thin tape was no match for the heavy earth above. Just when I was at a complete loss, I suddenly spotted the steering wheel lock. No time to think in this crisis. I quickly unlocked it and propped it under the glass. Luckily, the length was perfect to wedge between both sides. I watched for a while, only relaxing once I confirmed the mud had stopped coming in. I grabbed a water bottle and started chugging. Still shaken from what just happened, I accidentally drank it all without realizing. By the time I noticed, it was too late. After finishing the water, my nerves calmed down a bit. That's when I remembered where the accident happened. It was in a remote mountain area. Barely any cars ever passed through here. Waiting for someone to find this place was impossible, so I had to save myself. But this godforsaken place had no cell signal. The radio couldn't pick up any stations either. Calling for help was out of the question. Frustrated, I fired up the engine, trying to power through the mud, but that only triggered a secondary collapse. Thankfully, nothing serious happened, but I didn't dare make any rash moves after that. After calming down, I started thinking of escape plans. I searched for every tool in the car, hoping something would help, but after searching forever, nothing could break through the dirt. Then water started seeping through the sunroof crack. I quickly leaned in to drink. Couldn't care less if it was dirty, but these drops weren't nearly enough. I tried using my finger to widen the gap for more water flow. Ended up slicing my finger wide open. The pain made me gasp. Then I pulled out a credit card, folded it into a funnel shape at the bottle opening, positioned the bottle right under the water source. My makeshift water collection system was complete. Water problem solved, but oxygen would run out fast in this sealed space. Looking at the folding chair, I suddenly had an idea. I pulled out the chair's steel tube, pushed it up through the small sunroof hole, trying to get the tube to reach the surface, but halfway through, rainwater started flowing down. I yanked the tube out with a yelp, quickly stuffed newspaper in the hole. While worrying, I saw the water bottle and had a light bulb moment. I unscrewed the cap and drilled a hole in the center, found some string, threaded it through the cap and tied a knot, then slipped it over the steel tube. The cap perfectly sealed the tube opening. Pretty satisfied with my handiwork, I gripped the tube and carefully pushed upward. The first tube went all the way in but didn't reach the surface. My heart sank as I taped on a second tube and continued, then a third one. By now the car was severely oxygen deprived. I could barely breathe. My strength was almost gone. I grabbed the jack from the trunk and placed it under the tube. Things went much faster with the tool's help, but the jack had reached its limit. The tube still hadn't broken through the soil.